Marauder Football Pre-Game Show for Round 2 of the PIAA Class A state playoffs. I'm your host, Jordan Rhone. Today I sit down with three Marauders, Sam McCloskey, Anthony Livoti, and Ian Luther, to discuss this weekend's upcoming state semifinal matchup Friday at DuBois High School against South Williamsport. Sam, congrats on the win last week, and thanks for coming on the show again.
Thanks, Jordan. Thanks for having me back.
Your team was down early last Friday as you faced the Campo Lions. How did you initially react to that deficit and then rally back to get the victory?
Well, we made a few mistakes ourselves. We were hurting ourselves through a few picks. Wasn't doing anything on offense. We just told ourselves, hey, we can't cave in right now. Came too far. Just eliminated the turnovers, and that's how we turned it around.
Anthony, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Jordan.
Your team has their work cut out for them this week against the 13-1 South Williamsport Mounties. What do you know about your opponent so far?
We know that they have a really good running back. They're going to run it down. They're going to try and run it down our throats all game. We just got to be able to stop.
3 out of the past 4 weeks, your team has gotten off to a slow first quarter start. Why has this become somewhat of a norm lately, and what are you and your teammates working on in order to fix this?
Well, this week we've been working on trying to come out strong in practice. Can't come out slow again. We don't want to get down 21-7, 14-point deficit. We got to come out strong this week and get a lead early.
This 2014 squad has now made history by advancing further than any past Bishop Guilfoyle football team. What are some pieces of advice that you would give to future BG teams, as well as local football programs, that can help them achieve the success that your team has this season?
Well, really, you just have to work hard. You have to be real teammates to each other. You can't put yourself first. I mean, you all put the work in. That's what we've basically done the past 4 years. We didn't just start working out last year, the year before. We started 8th grade, 9th grade, and really came together and built a relationship, and that's why we're having so much success.
There is just one other local team still playing, and that's the Somerset Golden Eagles. You defeated them back in Week 10, 27-3. What does it mean to your group of guys, knowing that you overpowered one of the state's top 4 Triple-A teams?
It means a lot. You know, it shows how hard we work all off season, how hard we work in practice, and we just want to keep this thing going, and we want to get to the state championship game.
You've been part of making your team's defense #1 in the state, shutting teams down to just an average of 4.8 points per game. As you already know, Dominic Bragalone is a 4,000-plus career rusher who ran for over 400 yards last week for South Williamsport. On paper, he is one of the biggest threats you've faced all season. What is your team's plan of action to stop his rampage?
Well, we got to hit him before he gets going. We can't hit him when he's 5 yards down the field. We got to get him in the backfield. Not 1 or 2 people tackle him. We got to have 4 or 5, 6 guys there tackling every time.
This game has been referred to as an unstoppable force going up against an immovable object. In this case, the explosive South Williamsport run game versus the stellar BG defense. How can you ensure that when these two elite groups go head-to-head, you will be the ones gaining control over them?
Well, we've been a great defense all year. We're #1 in the state right now, still are, going into this week. We did a great job of getting tackling all year, everyone getting to the ball, trying to strip the ball out of people's hands. From watching the film on this kid, he's very good. We can't just have 1 or 2 guys trying to tackle him. We need a whole unit trying to bring him down, and if we take him out of the game, then I think I like our chances.
We're getting later and later into the year now as we enter the harsh Pennsylvania winter weather. I know your team has been forced to practice inside a few times recently. Is this a difficult transition to make coming off nearly 4 months of outdoor routines?
No, we do the same things inside. I mean, we're limited on a couple different stuff we do, but mostly just the same stuff, just doing what we have to do.
After analyzing film and practicing this week, what do you see as the strengths and weaknesses for South Williamsport, and what's some advice your coaches are giving you?
Well, obviously their strength is their run game. We haven't seen much of their passing game, but I'm sure they can pass very well. We just got to stop their run game and make them pass to beat us.
With a win this week, you would move on to face either Clareton or Sharpsville in the PIAA Class A state championship. That is quite a monumental goal that thousands of high school athletes aspire to achieve from the time they start playing their respective sport, which I'm certain you and your teammates are well aware of. What would it mean to you if you could play at Hershey Stadium on December 12th and earn the title of the top team in the state of Pennsylvania?
It'd mean a lot. Me and my classmates always said since 8th and 9th grade we wanted to win a state championship. We're well on our way right now. We had some bumps in the road, going against tough teams. We've earned our spot this week, and we're playing. We just have to take 1 week at a time. We're going to focus on this week, and next week we can prepare for, being excited for being in the state championship.
On behalf of your teammates, what would you like to say to all of your fans out there, whether they be fellow students, former players, alumni, that are putting so much effort and dedication into cheering you all the way through the playoffs?
I would just like to say thank you for the support. It means a lot, and hopefully you'll be able to see us next Friday up in Hershey.
You're heading into a difficult challenge this week, and you and your team will certainly be giving it everything you've got. Ian, what should we expect out of this Friday's semifinal showdown between Bishop Guilfoyle and South Williamsport?
Well, I don't think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. Two good running teams are going to go at it. I don't think they pass very well, but we'll probably see a few more passes than they have all season.